The idea here today is to spend these 20 minutes to show you how we can build an app in 20 minutes. On Monday I did it in 19, so we're gonna aim to beat that record today. So I will do a little copy and pasting, but the idea is to show you the sort of the basic steps, the fundamentals of Microsoft Teams apps, the tools I use, and the code will be available later. We will not have time to go dig into each step and each line of the source code, but you can download that later and take a look at it if you want to. But I want to show you how we can, in essentially 20 minutes, build an application that has a Microsoft Teams tab and a bot inside it as well. So both server-side code and client-side code. My name is Victor. I work for Avanade as Global Innovation Lead, SharePoint MVP, spending quite some time with Microsoft Teams development and all the kind of interesting solutions we can create with the whole Office 365 ecosystem. And I'm super passionate about Teams extensibility because that is, so with Teams we have a great canvas where we can have the conversation, we can have the audio and video conferencing, we can collaborate and those kind of things. But the truly value of Microsoft Teams, we will get that when we start adding a line of business data into Microsoft Teams. So that's the whole idea with this session, for you to show you one way to get started. You will not learn everything about Microsoft Teams development today, but I will show you a couple of ways how to get started. And I think the fourth bullet point here is what we've seen with clients. When we start doing these kind of integrations, that's when they actually get the true adoption of Microsoft Teams. And can we build an app in less than 20 minutes? Yes, I proved it on Monday in 19. Everything worked flawless then, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't do any typos or anything today, so we can do it in 18 or something. But before we do that, I want to show you sort of a simple picture of what the Microsoft Teams app is. And compared to a lot of other apps, for instance, if you think about the SharePoint framework application, that is something you build, you bundle all the JavaScript files and the application files inside the application and upload to SharePoint. With Microsoft Teams, it's very differently. The only thing your Microsoft Teams app is sort of a JSON file that describes your application and 2 icons. The rest is hosted somewhere else. So a bot, for instance, can be hosted in Azure or whatever cloud provider you prefer. It has to be registered in Azure, first of all, but you can host it anywhere. A tab is just a regular website somewhere. So you can host it wherever you want on Azure, whatever. I typically use Azure Web Apps for that. And then you combine that with Azure Web or Web APIs, where you have your logic, could be Azure Functions or something like that. And I've used an Azure Function in this one. But the whole idea is your Teams app is just a simple JSON file that you upload into Microsoft Teams that points to other places. What I will do is I will use a tool called Yeoman Template Generator. You can find it on the first link here. That's a generator that you install, and sort of a wizard that goes through the different steps you need to do to be able to create a Microsoft Teams app, ask you what kind of features or assets you want in there. And you can run this multiple times to add more tabs, add more bots, etc., etc. And it will scaffold out the code skeleton for you. It will not build your whole application, of course, but this code skeleton you need to host the application, both from a server-side point of view and a client-side point of view. All the code are already actually available on this bottom URL here if you want to take a look at it. So let's start. I need to switch monitor here over to number 6. And we'll do this. It's a bit smaller screen here today, so if you can't see, you just feel free to move forward. But we'll start with doing this application in 2 steps. First of all, we just scaffold out the default application using this generator, see how it looks like. Then we start adding some code to it, some logic to it, and so it becomes more rich and more interesting. And as all cool developers nowadays, we start with command prompt. So why do I do that, and why do we have this generator? First of all, there are unfortunately no developer tooling from Microsoft. Even though this generator is something I created because I needed to create Teams applications, essentially, that generator is not owned by Microsoft. I still maintain it, though, but it's still owned by Microsoft. So that is the only sort of wizard you have to create a Teams application. Your other options are to start from scratch, read the documentations, and just start writing your stuff by yourself. Or you can actually go and download the application templates that they created. So on GitHub, there are a set of application templates that you can download, and it's a full ready application you can install. The downside with that is that you need to start reverse engineering that application. and tear it down and build it into your application. So this takes the other approach. It gives you sort of a white paper to start with and to build up the application. And to run the generator, I type Yo Teams. If you're a SharePoint framework developer, you recognize this, or an Office developer. I will actually do, this is based on node.js, and I will skip installing all the NPM packages down here because the Wi-Fi will not take that. So we just type skip install. And this will ask me a set of questions, and I will show you how it looks like later. So first of all, we need a solution name, call it like that, where I want to locate it in this current folder, we give it a title. I need a company name, and then I need to specify the manifest version. And the generator now supports 1.3, 1.4, and 1.5, and the dev preview as well. That is sort of what version of feature set do you want to have when you build your application. We use the current latest general available one, which is 1.5. We skip the partner ID. Then we come to the next, or the most important thing, I would say, and that is we choose what kind of features we want to add when we scaffold out this application. And as I said, we want to do one client side and one service side, so we choose first a tab and also a bot. And based on what we choose here, we will get a set of follow-up questions to configure this tab and configure this bot. We need somewhere to host it. I said a tab is a web page hosted somewhere. So it just gives you a suggestion on where you want to host this later. I'm just going to choose the default one. I'm going to replace a lot of these variables and IDs I put in here with an environmental file, so it makes it easier when we do the debugging and so. I don't want to include the test framework. I can include application insights for telemetry if I want to do that, so we just choose that one. And if I said yes there, I need to input my app insights key here as well. As I said, we just press enter here because we will insert my environmental file that I pre-configured for this. My tab needs to have a name, so we just choose the default one for the sake of it. Then tab has two options. It can either be configurable, that is something you add to a team, or it could be static, and that is what we call a personal app. So we want to do it in a team, so we choose configurable, and then we get another option because we choose that. So in a team or in a group chat, we just choose the default one. So yes, you can see there's a lot of questions here. We skip the SharePoint Online part. So now we're done with the tab. Now we go into the bot instead. I'm going to click through this. You can look at the recording later in slow motion if it goes too fast. But we want to get through this kind of things here. So we choose a new bot framework bot. We need to give it a name. I need a bot ID. How many of you have created a bot in here? Yeah, not many of you. But you need to register the bot in Azure. And should scroll down a bit here. Then you essentially get a bot ID. And this is the ID you copy-paste in here. We just leave it for the default one for time being. I can add a tab to my bot. I don't want to do that. I don't want to support file uploads. And I click enter. And now it will create a set of files for me. CSS files, React files, configuration files, etc., etc. So we can open up this with code. While code is thinking, I need to do one thing. I need an extra package here for my later demo, so I install it right now while we're waiting. And that's let me just type install Azure MS AS. I'm doing offline line install here. So that's essentially just installing the NPM packages in background while we take a look at the code. So this is the set of files that I get. I get the set of utility files which are required. A README file contains some instruction if you want to deploy it to Azure, some help and pointers to where to get started, the required files to build the solution, etc. in here. But the most important are under source here. That's where our application lives. And we have two folders. The first one being the app folder, and that's where our application lives. The actual code, the tab code, the React code, etc. needed to run the bot. But we also have the manifest folder, and that's where this JSON file ends up. Remember I showed the picture where we had the JSON file and the two icons, and those two are in here. So if I click on manifest.json, I can actually take a look at the file. And here you can see all those kind of things that we answered through when we did the Joe Teams, went through that wizard. We have our configurable tab here. And we also have our bot with the bot ID. And I'm using these replaceable variables, and they are all over the code here, so it's easy for you to switch between the dev and test and stage bots and those kind of things. And all that lives in a .env file. So we have it in here, and here are the sort of the answers that we answered in the wizard. So I'm going to replace all this with my pre-canned stuff. So here we got the bot ID, we have the app insights key, but also we have something called the ngrok settings here. So to be able to work with the bot, for instance, you actually need a public URL. So you cannot run with localhost if you want to run it in Teams. So I'm using ngrok for that. And ngrok is a service, it costs you like a couple of dollars a month, that allows you to have a static URL and pointing to your local host on your local machine. So it's super good for debugging because you can debug locally and step through the code. So I'm using that. Okay, let's see. It should be installed in the background as well. So now let's start the application. And I do that, I'm using gulp as the task runner, and I type a command called ngrok serve, and that means use ngrok to start serving my files from my local machine. I will do it in debug mode, and I will also do skip linting here. I think it's like that. Yes, so we don't want to do any linting. Saves us some time when you do compilation. So now we will start a series of tasks, and one of the first things it will do is actually take this, now of course starting ngrok, but it will take this manifest, replace those placeholders I had there with the .env stuff, and create my zip package, which is the file that I upload into Teams. And we see that in here. So it validates, so it's correct schema, so I didn't do any typos in the JSON file. And it actually, if we go over here, we will see we have a package folder now. We have the zip file here. So if you jump over to Teams, and I created a team already, and let's sideload the application we have. So I haven't still written any line of code or anything, so this is just the default behavior we get from it when we add it into Teams. Go to Apps in the lower right-hand corner, upload a custom app, and I need to go to my correct folder here. No, sorry, it should be under Demos, that one, and Package, and then I find the zip file. So now it will be uploaded. Okay, something went wrong. Why? We try again. That did not happen 15 minutes ago. Oh, I hate doing troubleshooting in a 20-minute session. Why did that happen? Let me do a quick thing here. Validated everything. I did not save the environmental file. Sorry for that. We need to do this all again. So I had the default web, the GUID, 0 GUIDs in the package file. That's why it failed. Sorry about that. Now we're not going to make it in 19 minutes. It's going to take us 20. So now we run the ngrok serve again. So it repackaged the file, the zip file. And let's try to upload it once again. Now it should succeed. Let's see. Come on. Work. So what it's doing now is validating that file is correct. Yeah, now it actually worked. And what you'll see first here, we actually get an unread message in our solution here that says we added this one to the team. And what I can do now is I can click on plus here. I will see here's my tab that we created. Click on that one, and I will get a configuration dialog here. It's not still up and running, still compiling in the background, sorry. We wait 2 more seconds. Okay, you see there's some... The demo gods is not with me today, so something failed to start here. Let's try again. This is how it is to do live coding. And I don't like to do the videos. Come on, start. Still not. I'm just closing the command prompt here and try it again. Sorry about this, folks. Now you can see some live debugging. CD demos, Ignite 2019, demos, 5 gulp, ngroks, serve, debug. Let's try again. Final time. Otherwise, we go over to and continue it. Should work. ngrok is started at least. And as you can see, that we're doing a lot of things in here. So we do using Webpack to compile the TypeScript into JavaScript and then optimizing them. Something is not doing what I want to do today. Why is this? Let me see if I have an ngrok running or something. Let's kill it. I'll do it like this. Sorry, folks. Did not do this last Monday or this Monday. Let's try and copy and go directly to the file. So https:/ignite demo IO. Something is not. Well, I'll show you the video of it instead, and let's go further, because I actually have a video of that somewhere. I need to find it in there. So what will happen essentially when we do this, we should see that, we skip forward here a couple of seconds when we do the add. So this is what I just did. Adding the file, you can see we have the application in here, and with the tab and a bot. And when we then add it, we will see a welcome message actually from the bot coming up if the application would have started correctly. And then we can start adding a tab. Do it by clicking on the plus sign. So you see we can interact with the bot there as well, sorry. And when we click on the plus sign, we will see our tab that we have. And this is the default behavior. We just have a simple configuration dialog here with a simple value. So we just do a hello ignite here, just so show that we can persist the value in the configuration dialog. And then we have our tab up here, and we can read the value from that one. So that's a simple example. And with it, just a button as well. And as you can see, what I'm using here is, it looks like Microsoft Teams. I'm using a component library called Stardust, or Fluent UI, which is a NPM package that allows us to make it look like with the native Teams application. And as you can see, we can interact with the bot here as well and talk to the bot. So that should be, for some reason, it doesn't start locally anyway. I probably need to reboot the machine, but we don't have time to do that during here. So what we also now can do is actually start modifying this. And what I did in pre-canned here is that we can, if we take a look at the tab and make it more interesting, instead of having that simple input field, let's have a drop-down with all the available Microsoft products. And based on what product we choose there, we will show Ignite sessions in the tab, right? So that's a simple way. So we can go into the actual application and to the tab. And the tab consists of 3 different files. Three different React components in this case, one configuration React component, one for the actual tab, and then there's an option to have for, if we need to remove the tab, we can have an option to have an interface there. So we start with the configuration piece. This is the code. If we do it here, can insert, add a how many of you have worked with React in here? Not many. But React has something called the state, sort of the local variables. So add the local state here, which is the items, which in this case is the Microsoft products that we want to have in the drop-down, and value is a selected one. And then we use the Microsoft Teams JavaScript SDK, and we use something called getContext, and that means we have contact with Microsoft Teams. And when we have that, we can actually load up from, in this case, from an Azure function that I have, all the Ignite products available, and I just populate them into that state that I had just previously. And then finally, in the React component, we render this out. And instead of having that input you saw right there, let's switch this to a drop-down. So we'll do like this. And all this code, as I said, is available on GitHub, so you can take a look at it. But I'm using a drop-down instead. So that's the first thing. I modify the configuration dialog. And then we need to go into the actual tab and do sort of the same thing there. We need to have a state on that one, do a tab, and the state. So entity ID, every tab has an entity ID, and that's sort of the saved configuration state. Items, well, in this case, will be our Ignite sessions. We need to read from the Azure function, and I do that before loading. So I do a get fetch here again, get all the sessions based on the product that we chose in the configuration dialog. And then finally, I'm going to add some, instead of that button we had in that interface, add some React code there to render the sessions so they look nice. So we're not going to go through the code here. But the idea is that we have configuration dialog, that we can configure a tab. We can go back to that configuration dialog and reset it. But then the tab, in this case, will show Ignite sessions. I can do a similar thing with the bot experience, so the bot actually can search for Ignite sessions in this case. So if we take a look at that demo, how it will look like, once we've done this and compiled it, if everything would work, it would take me like 20, 30 seconds to recompile it, to re-upload, so we can run it again if it would have worked. Now you will see the configuration dialog. It looks a little bit different. It was actually talking to that Azure function, and within a few seconds, we will see a drop-down here with the different products from that Microsoft has. So we choose Microsoft 365. We click Save. And once we've done that, it will store that as the entity ID for the tab, and the tab will load up that and show the sessions that's available. So this is a super simple way of, and this I would say is a very typical scenario when we're building Teams tabs. We look up information somewhere, might be customers, products, or whatever. And then, of course, everybody wants the bot, so it's just showing here that you can go back to the configuration. And if you want to change to something else, if you want to show Azure sessions or whatever, you can do that. So if we go over to conversations, I didn't show you that code, but it's available on GitHub. Now we modify the bot so that also the bot can answer, and in this case, send back rich information or cards about the session. Same kind of thing there. So in this case, we're not using any language recognition or anything. We just have this keyword and search for that keyword in the Ignite session catalog, and shows, in this case, my sessions that I have this week. So also another way, or two ways to accessing sort of the same information, but it's up to the end user to choose how they prefer to do it, through a tab or through a bot. And that's the whole idea, and that's what I love about Microsoft Teams. So I'm very sorry the demos didn't work. Everything has worked so far this week, but the last session, something had to fail. Fortunately, I did these videos. So thank you for coming here, and hopefully gave you some inspiration. Take a look at the code, build some Teams app out there, and make sure your end users use Teams more. Thanks.